Okay, she says, I've always grown up in a church, and attendance on a Sunday was always a regular occurrence. I would always identify myself as a Christian and believe there was a God. But I never knew how to live as a Christian, and never knew that it was about having a relationship with God. I started college in 2013. I met Paige. Everybody says, oh dear. We became friends quite quickly, and I found out she was also a Christian. Paige started inviting me to this church, so I came along to a few of the youth evenings. This was a whole new experience of church and far from what I was used to. I got to know everyone a little better and was soon invited to different events like Momentum and Weekends Away. It was lovely being included in these things, as I had not previously been away with a group of Christians before. I had been attending a different church at the time, but never felt like I got anything out of it, and going on a Sunday became a chore. I remember praying, asking, why don't I belong, and feeling very lonely. Then 18 months ago, Rich messaged me, another oh dear, and Mum saying that he thought that Hillfields was the place that we should be. We started coming more regularly and helping out with the kids' church, and it finally felt like I belonged here. I started to learn more about what it meant to be a follower of God, and that it is about having a relationship with Him. It is only in the past 4 months that I felt that I could really say that, yes, I am a follower of God. Back in November, I was talking to my friend on the way home from work and said, I want to set a date that I can use as the day I was born again. The next day we went for a meal, and someone said that I should get baptized. That was me. I shut this down straight away, as was never something I'd thought about. However, it was on my mind for the rest of the week. Then during the following week, on one lunchtime, I went to read my Bible and opened it up to the passage where Jesus got baptized. At that point, I realized that God was urging me to get baptized. I tried to ignore this, but the feeling wouldn't go away. After talking to my friends, I realized that I shouldn't just choose any day, but that by getting baptized, it would be official. The end, and now she's here, getting baptized. And we all can't wait to see it.
Okay, Tash, it's time. Let's do this. Has anyone got anything they want to pray over, or if you just want to pray, or if you've got a word for Tash, now's the time to do that. So when she's in the water, you can address her with that. Has anyone got anything? Someone must have a prayer. Yes, Claire, well done. Right. So just come on the mic.
Just move this out of the way. You need the mic in there. Do you need the mic?
No.
Who needs the mic?
Okay.
Okay, so I prayed for a word for somebody, and it was for you. It's not in order, but I'll give it in the order that God gave it to me. So the first one is John 15, verse 16. You did not choose me, I chose you, and appointed you to go and bear much fruit, the kind of fruit that endures. And so the Father will give you whatever you ask of in my name. And then John 15, verse 4 to 5. Remain united to me, and I will remain united to you. A branch cannot bear fruit by itself. It can do so only if it remains in the vine. In the same way, you cannot bear fruit unless you remain in me. I am the vine, and you are the branches. Those who remain in me and I in them will bear much fruit, for you can do nothing without me.
Brilliant. Excellent.
Would someone like to pray? Tash? Come on. Anybody? Yeah,
Go on in.
Okay, in Jesus' name, Father, Lord, we thank you for Tash, oh God. We thank you for who she is and who she's becoming and who she's going to be, Father, Lord, in her life. Lord, we thank you for this moment and for this step that she's decided to make for you. And Lord, we pray she make this stand, Father, Lord, that you make a stand in her life, Father, that as she comes out, Lord, she will be a bright and shining star that she already is, Father. And as she goes out into the world right now, Father, Lord, she'll keep that light shining brightly. And Father, Lord, you order her steps, Father. For your word says, oh God, the path of the righteous are ordered by me, Father Lord. So I pray this year, Father, that you order her steps, Father. Your word will be a lamp unto her feet, Father. The Lord should continue to grow more in you, Father, more in knowing you and more in having a relationship with you. That's what she desires the most, to know you, Father. That is why she's making this bold move, Father, even though she's scared. But Father, Lord, I thank you for she's not giving to her fear, Father, Lord, but she took a stand for you, Father. So Lord, let your heart pour out, let your love pour out into her life, Father. And as of her friends, Paige, Gloria, and me, Father, we pray that we continue to support her in her life and this journey with her, Father, and the people that she has around her in this church, Father, a great supporting system for her, Father, and the journey that we have before her, and as she runs this race, Father, let us run with her, Father, supporting and encouraging her. In Jesus' mighty name I pray.
I have a scripture as well. And considering what Shani just said, it was like, yeah, that was definitely for Natasha. I just got God say in my head that like give everything to Him and He will direct you. So I typed it to Google and it says obviously Proverbs 3 verse 6. In all your ways submit to Him and He will make your path straight. And it says in Psalm 48:14. For this God is our God forever and ever, and He will be our guide even unto death. And Psalm 73:24, thou shalt guide me with thy counsel. And I just felt like that's my message for Natasha.
Yes. Great stuff. All right, get ready. Big moment. I told Rich he should cut that.
Paige is new at this.
Good.
Amen.
Zaya, we used to go to a church in Bath, and when he was 2, he'd asked a teenager, I didn't know anything about it, he'd asked a teenager, his name was Dan, was it? Yeah. Okay, his name was Dan. If he could give his life to the Lord. Yeah. So the teenager took Zaya up to the front of the church, and the first I knew of it is when I heard his little voice over the microphone. I was like, what's he doing? Anyway, he gave his life to the Lord when he was 2, which I just cried when I heard his little voice over the microphone. And he's been wanting to get baptized for the longest time, because he wants to know that he belongs to God himself, not just under my umbrella. So, well done. Is there anything you wanted to say, lovely?
No, it's freezing.
There we go. Let me get out of the way.
Today I want to obey God and show the public that I am a Christian and tell you my story. So we had a day at the church and we had a choice if we wanted to give our heart to God, and I did. So I was anointed with oil and I gave my life to God, and that is how I gave my life to God. That is why I am being baptized today.
Take your shoes off then.
Right, okay, so your face, Kelly. Just got a word. Anyone else has words?
I'm not that short.
Do Ozzy after and pray. You've got words for Ozzy as well.
Yeah, mine were for Ozzy and Ben. In Psalm 139:17, it says, "How precious are your thoughts about me, O God? They cannot be numbered. I can't even count them. They outnumber the grains of sand." And I felt God just say as well that he just loves them even more than there are stars in the sky. His love is even greater and vast than the amount of stars there are. And then I also got Mark 10, verse 14. It says, Jesus said, "Let the little children come to me and do not hinder them, for the kingdom of heaven belongs to such as these. Children are a heritage from the Lord, offspring a reward from him. Like arrows in the hands of a warrior are children born in one's youth. Blessed is the man whose quiver is full of them." And we have a church, that has a full quiver of children that, hopefully will carry on to have this baptism in their own lives. The ones watching as well, that we'll see them grow up to and want to make the same step as Ben and Ozzy.
Okay, Ben. All right, Ben. This is what I felt scripture for you. I'm going to read it out to you, and I put it in your card. All right? Okay. My son, do not forget my teaching, but keep my commands in your heart, for they will prolong your life many years and bring you prosperity. Let love, faithfulness never leave you. Bind them around your neck. Write them on a tablet of your heart. Then you will win favor and a good name in the sight of God and man. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. Do not be wise in your own eyes, for the Lord will shun evil. And this will bring health to your body and nourishment to your bones. Honor the Lord with your wealth, with all your first fruits of your crops. Then your barns will be filled to overflowing, and your vats will brim over with new wine. My son, do not despise the Lord's discipline, and do not resent his rebuke, because the Lord disciplines those he loves, and as a father, the son he delights in. Blessed is the man who finds wisdom, a man who gains understanding, for she is more profitable than silver and yields better returns than gold. She is more precious than rubies. Nothing you can desire can compare with her. Long life is in her right hand, and in her left hand are riches and honor. Her ways are pleasant ways. All her paths are peace. She is a tree of life for those who embrace her. Those who lay hold of her will be blessed. Amen.
Would someone like to pray over that? Yes?
Okay. Yes, Lord, I just lift Ben up to you on this special day. Lord, I just thank you for him. I thank you that he's been bold enough to do this. And I just pray that he will continue to walk with you today and forever, Lord. And that you just give him confidence to be able to stand up to things that aren't right. And as he goes into secondary school this year, Lord, that he goes in with strength. Only you can go. Amen.